ToonGrin.com.
If any of you have seen my online review show Cartoon Corner, I have a quiet little puppet character named, oddly enough, Puppet. He's one of my favorite characters on the show for the sole reason he doesn't speak a word of dialogue. This allows Puppet's mind routine to focus on physical comedy as well as mannerisms to get across his distinct personality. But why would I ever add a puppet to my own show? Well, that simple answer is that I've always loved puppets, watching an unhealthy amount of shows like The Muppets, Sesame Street, and Puppets Who Kill. But to be fair, I watched an unhealthy amount of TV overall. Oh, and I even became a member of my school's Blacklight Puppetry Club for a period, because I love puppets so much. Now Felt Up comes along and makes them have embarrassing sexual adventures. And I couldn't love it more. The basic elevator pitch of the show is that Simon Puppet, voiced by the creator of Felt Up, Simon Glassman, shoots vlogs detailing his thoughts on a weekly topic, like technology and making decisions. While doing this, Simon has to deal with the shenanigan of the week that's screwing up his simple life, as well as his asshole roommate Joe. This is the framing device for the entire show, as 4 embarrassing stories, all relating to the topic of the week, are interwoven into the show. They are all true, and all starring some of the wackiest designed puppets I've ever seen. The puppet designs range from wacky to absurd, which helps offset the raunchy stories that are being told, and helps strengthen the show's style and aesthetic, and makes the show viewed naturally and fluently. In comparison to another show really freaking embarrassing from Shut Up Cartoons, that show's aesthetics and designs made viewing beyond uncomfortable, as the combination of ugly visuals coupled with the disgusting stories made viewers just want to turn off the video. Felt Up doesn't have this issue, as the puppets create a more rooted dichotomy in its storytelling and writing, which when viewers see these puppets do gross, embarrassing, or insane things, they see these acts as funny rather than gross, embarrassing, or insane. But while the aesthetics are very strong with great puppets and a solid understanding of dichotomy, most average folks don't consciously search this out when viewing this kind of show. Sooner or later, it all comes back to the stories and the question, are they funny? In these usual retelling series, they are usually all done in the same format. Have the storyteller tell their story, and the production team puts new visuals to the words, whether it be with actors, cartoons, or in this instance, puppets. But Felt Up adds a refreshing spin on this format. Felt Up adds interviewer commentary. Throughout the story segments, as the storyteller tells their tale, Simon will interject now and then with questions asking the storyteller on details on specific aspects of the story, or just interjecting to tell a joke. While this idea to add Simon Puppet into these sections came from the notion that the creator wanted to put himself into the show more, it just works. Simon's questions and jokes help make the stories feel natural and not rehearsed. This style reminds me of an actual group of friends telling stories. When friends tell stories, especially college-age friends, the friends don't just sit there quietly until the story ends. They'll interject in the middle too, asking for more details, making stupid jokes, and so on. Glassman's choice to add himself into the stories may have been just to help spotlight himself more in the show, but this also helped make Felt Up stand out from the crowd and become 10 times funnier. Okay, on to the cons of the show. While I personally don't have that many major gripes, I will admit the framing device storyline pales in comedic comparison to the stories themselves. Except the storyline in the episode Caught Red-Handed. That was brilliant from beginning to end. This could turn off a lot of people before giving the entire show a fair try. In which case, I would recommend people watch the show online on the Byte YouTube channel. All the stories are separated into parts, and after you find the stories you want to see, there's barely any way to get to the story, and it's easy to skip all the framing device narrative. The other negative I can see is just a personal preference. If you're the type of person who can't stand raunchy humor, then this is not for you. This show doesn't pull punches when describing the shit, puke, and semen that fill it, and while I found it hilarious, others might find it too much to handle. While Season 1 of Felt Up has come to a close, Season 2 is already in production, with Simon & Co. tracking even more disturbing sescapades to retell. I'm excited what new stories await in Season 2, but for now, let's just focus on Season 1. If you're into raunchy storytelling anthology shows, then Felt Up is definitely for you. With its strong aesthetic and natural flowing storytelling, this is definitely a show you have to at least see one episode of just to see what the fuss is about.
Sure. Belt up.